Hello everyone. In the previous video we discussed about device files. In today's video we'll discuss an example on device file, how to create it by using MKNode API. For this program we require the 4 arguments. One is command to be executed, and second one is the file name, and third one is the major device number, and fourth one is the minor device number. Here file is nothing on which device file it is exactly. The major device number is nothing but it is representing a particular routine function, what I can call as a driver function exactly. Minor device number, it will decide in which mode you are opening the file. A type function is nothing but it will convert a particular character value into an integer value here, a type function. So if suppose it is a character value, but if I insert it, then it will take as an integer value here. Here and here, both the cases it is same. Okay. Next, we are creating the device file, that is MKNode argument vector of 1. Here we are creating the character device file CHRV presenting, and the user query is having read, write, execute permission. Here also we are having read, write, execute for group, and here also read, write, execute for others. Then what is the major device number? It is what I taken here. Major device number is what we given the command prompt, that will be taken as a major device number, and similarly what is the minor device number, that will be taken. Next, we are opening a file, nothing but argument vector of 1 is nothing but this file. We are opening in read write mode actually. It is the read WD actually it is. Okay. O non-block means we are wanted to perform the continuous operation. No CTTY and nothing but this file cannot be used for controlling terminal. And next, RC and FD, just we can find it here. Is it the file descriptor is what I retrieved is not -1. Assume that as I got 4. 4 is not equal to -1 to 1. Then what is the RC value? 1. 1 logical AND of 1 only. While of 1 is nothing but the statement. What we are doing? Read. We are reading the contents of the device file. Yes. Then in this one we are in this summation. Then finally how many bytes will be stored in RC here? Then once this condition fails, then we'll go for this if RC nothing but we are writing the contents in the standard output here. Okay. FIFO file APIs. FIFO files are nothing but named files. Usually these files we are using for inter-process communication, that is nothing but IPC mechanisms. Pipes can be used only between related processes when common ancestor has created the pipe. Creating a pipe is similar to creating a file. Indeed, the path name for a FIFO exists in the file system. The basic API we are using for FIFO file is MKFIFO, constant character path name, comma mode T. Nothing but here the path name indicate the complete path name of the file, and the second argument mode specifies access permission for user, group and others. On successful condition it will return the 0, and failure condition it will return the -1. Example MKFIFO FIFO file, that is the name of the file. We are creating a FIFO file with read, write, execute permission for users, only read permission for group, and only read permission for others. Once we created a FIFO using MKFIFO, we open it using open. Indeed, the normal IO functions like read, write, unlink all work with the FIFO. That means there is no specific APIs for reading the contents of the FIFO file. Only for creating the FIFO file we can use the MKFIFO. Other than this, we can use the other normal functions only. When process opens the FIFO file for reading, the kernel will block kernel will block the process. There is another process that opens the same file for writing. Similarly, whenever a process opens a FIFO file for write, the kernel will block the process until another process opens the same FIFO for reading here. This provides a means for synchronization in order to undergo inter-process communication. If a particular process tries to write something to a FIFO file that is full, then that process will be blocked until another process has read data from the FIFO to make the space for the process to write. Which means that if the process A wants to write the data to a FIFO file, but that FIFO file is currently full, then the process A will be blocked until the another process, say for example process B is start reading the contents of the FIFO file. Once it is empty or there is some space is available, then the process A will start feeding the data to the FIFO here. Similarly, if a process attempts to read data from a empty FIFO, the process will be blocked until another process writes the data to the FIFO file. Means, if process A opens the FIFO file for read purpose, the process will be blocked until another process writes the data. Means it is only happen when FIFO file is empty. Okay. For any other above condition, if the process does not want to get blocked, then they should specify on-block is the flag, one of the flag we are using with respect to OpenAPI here. If the data is not ready for the read, write, then open returns the -1 instead of process getting blocked. If process writes to a FIFO file that has no other process attached to it for read, the kernel will send the pipe signal to the process. Means if nobody is ready to read the contents of the file, then the kernel will send the signal to the one process which is writing the data to a file to notify that it is an illegal operation. Okay. We can also use the pipe API also for creating the FIFO files, but only thing is that it can be used between only common ancestors. That is the important. Common ancestor means the process A and B belong to same parent process. Then in that case only we can use the pipe. The return value of pipe is 0 and -1 on failure status. Here FD is 2, you can find it. One is representing the standard input and one is representing the standard output here. With respect to this one, we can have arguments. How many arguments we require minimum? That is important. We require the 3 arguments. Okay. The command to be executed, the file name. Next one is the argument here. Okay, what is the argument? Optional. If I do 3 is not equal to 2, logical and 3 is not equal to 3, then 0. Yes, we are getting the error. If suppose there is a 0 means if of 0, we are going for this point directly. Void mkfifo, here argument vector of 1 is nothing but the file to be created, FIFO file with read, write, execute permission, for group, here user and here others. If argument count is 2, only 2, then FD here open that particular file in read only mode. In non-block condition, we are reading the contents of the file up to what extent it is the end of the file. Okay, the same contents we are writing to the standard output by using cout here. Okay, it is only happening this is only happening if this mkfifo gets failure here. Yes, is it clear? This part is only executed if MK FIFO is failing, or else we are opening that particular file in read only. We are writing the contents to the particular file descriptor. At the end, we are closing the corresponding file descriptor. Next, symbolic link file APIs. A symbolic link is an indirect pointer to a file, unlike the hard link which is pointed directly to the inode of the file. I think already we discussed the hard link concept. Nothing but it is an alias name or alternative path name what we are creating for existing file. Symbolic links are created to overcome some of the limitations of the hard link. Here are some of the limitations. Symbolic links can link file across the file systems. Means the hard links cannot link from one file system to another file system. Symbolic links can link the directory files, which means that hard link cannot create a link between one directory to another directory. Symbolic link always reference the latest version of the files to which they link. Means automatically, if suppose there is one file is deleted, that the same file if I create it once again, it is automatically relinked here. There are no file system limitation on a symbolic link, and what it points to, and anyone can create a symbolic link to a directory here. Symbolic links are typically used to move a file or an entire directory hierarchy to some other location on a system. Symbolic link is created with the Symlink API here. These are some of the basic example we can find it here. By using Symlink, we can create the symbolic link. This is the original link. This is the new link you wanted to establish. Here, read link is nothing but we are reading what is the original path name for this symbolic link. Is it clear? Then lstat is nothing but we are retrieving the file attributes with respect to Symlink. Call specify the original file path name and symbolic link path name to be created here. Just we have one example here. As per this program, we require the 4 arguments. That is command to be executed, and next one is option yes. That is the symbolic link is created with ln with option yes. Next, original file name and new file name here. So as per this 4 arguments, if I am having the 4 arguments, argument 2 is nothing but the existing path name. This one is the new path name. It will create the symbolic link. If suppose as I am having only 3 arguments, then argument count 3 is not equal to 4. In that case, so it will create the hard link name. That is nothing but we are not taking the option of yes. So the file 1 should be argument 1, file 2 should be argument 2. So using this one we can create the hard links. So in this fashion we can use the Symlink to create the symbolic links here. Okay. The one more point I wanted to highlight with respect to the symbolic link is that in hard link there is the same inode numbers are mentioned, but in symbolic links there is a separate inode numbers are there. And here we are using ln command in hard link. Here we are using ln command with s. And here we cannot create the directory links using hard link, but in symbolic links we can create the directory links. So these are the differences what we are having between hard links and symbolic links here.